Why do we pretend to love brunch? The crowd roars. A soldier calmly shoots. A man in the front row of the man slumps. Blood pools. Jake ignoring the body. Ghosting, am I right? One day you're planning a trip to IKEA. The next, poof, there a blue check mark in the void. Two more soldiers enter. They methodically shoot audience members. The crowd laughs. And don't get me started on texting rules. Wait 20 minutes to reply or you'll look clingy. A soldier shoots a woman mid-laugh. Her date screams. What's your deal, buddy? Hinge? Soldiers execute laughers one by one. Jake, the worst part, no one's got E&M in their bio anymore. Only 3 people left alive. Soldiers surround Jake. How long do you wait to text back after a genocide? The soldiers blink, then shoot him. He collapses. The mic hits the floor with a thud. Silence. Dating's weird, right? Like, why do we say Netflix and chill when we know it's code for ignore each other while scrolling trauma talk? The crowd roars. A soldier tases a man in the front row. He spasms silently and slumps. The audience claps. The soldier fires a grenade. It explodes. Cut to exterior movie theater parking lot. Jake strolls past smoldering cars and rubble. Like, you ever match with someone, chat for weeks, then they vanish? Poof, ghosted. He pauses for effect. A soldier casually fires into the crowd. A man in a beanie slumps over his table. Jake leaning in. And why is everyone still obsessed with body count? No, not that kind. I mean, literally. He gestures vaguely at the soldiers. A couple in the front row snort. A bullet whizzes past Jake's ear, embedding in the brick wall behind him. He taps the mic. Jake deadpan. First date, red flags. Soldier kicks open the fire exit, dragging a corpse outside. Soldier strides to a middle-aged man in the front row, presses a pistol to his temple, and fires. The man slumps. Jake doesn't blink. The crowd offers half-hearted clapping. Jake plowing on. And, ever notice how people put their astro signs in bios like, I'm a Gemini, cool, I'm a Capricorn? You ever get, like, ghosted? A young woman snort laughs. Soldier yanks her up by the hair, drags her out as she kicks her half-finished pint, spills. Bartender mops it up, unbothered. Jake robotically texting rules. Am I right? Wait 3 days. By then, the economy's collapsed again. 2 soldiers haul a body out the back. Door swings open to reveal a dumpster overflowing with corpses. Jake squints at his phone, scrolling for material. Jake sighs. Breadcrumbing. Ever heard of breadcrumbing? It's like when someone leads you on, gestures vaguely like the government with pensions. Teenage boy in the back wheezes a laugh. Soldier shoots him. The audience glances at the body, then back at Jake. A man in a tracksuit raises his hand. Man shouting, do the one about Tinder. Soldier executes the man who requested the bit. Jake watches the body drop, then shrugs. Jake perking up. Ever go on a date where they talk about themselves the whole time? Me neither. Can't afford dates. Soldier kicks open the fire exit. Cold wind blows in. Last audience member, an old woman drops a $500 note in the tip jar, barely enough for a bus fare. Jake stares at the 2 remaining soldiers. Jake smiling weakly. Tough crowd. Fire exit creaks open again, held ajar by the weight of a bloated corpse slumped halfway out. Beyond it, a dumpster overflows with bodies in various states of decay, some fresh, some rotting, all tangled like a landfill. A stray hand dangles over the edge, still clutching a rent strike flyer. Soldier kicks the door shut, but it rebounds, leaving a gap just wide enough to see a rat gnawing on a severed finger. Teenage boy in the back lets out a reedy, nicotine-laced laugh. Before it finishes, a soldier fires. The boy's head jerks sideways, spraying the wall with a Rorschach splatter of blood and bone. His phone, still open to a meme about avocado prices, clatters to the floor. The audience, now down to 8 people, barely reacts. Woman licks beer foam off her knuckles. Jake blinks at the body, then nods as if taking notes. Jake clears throat. Tinder, right. Tinder's like, pauses, squinting at the bullet hole in the wall. A supermarket sweep, but instead of groceries, you're grabbing red flag. Silence. A soldier drags the tracksuit man's corpse towards the dumpster, his heels squeaking on the beer-soaked floor. The remaining audience, a hairdresser with chipped nail polish, a taxi driver nursing a $200 pint, a skeletal old man stare vacantly. The soldiers exchange a bored glance. One raises his rifle, not at Jake, but at the hairdresser. She exhales smoke, unflinching. Jake quickly, or double texting, ever double text. Mimes typing frantically, hey, please respond. I'm literally dying. The soldier shoots the hairdresser. She slumps, ash scattering from her cig. Soldier yawns, picks a wedding ring off a corpse in the dumpster, pockets it. The dumpster itself is less a container now, more a grotesque still life of collapse. Bodies spill over the edges, limbs stiff with rigor mortis, slack as overcooked noodles. A student's backpack, sticker climate justice now, pokes out from the pile. Its owner's arm slung around a corpse in a nurse scrubs. Flies swarm a half-eaten kebab stuck to a dead man's cheek. At the bottom, a puddle of congealed blood and motor oil leaks towards the gutter where a stray dog laps at it, tail wagging. Just text, I'm not into you like normal psychopath. A young mother stumbles in from the street clutching a baby. She freezes at the sight of the dumpster, its contents now spilling onto the pavement. A hand with chipped turquoise nail polish grips a $1,000 gas bill. She sits anyway, breastfeeding mechanically, eyes glued to Jake. Jake noticing the baby. Kids, man, can't afford them, can't escape them. The baby wails. A soldier shoots the mother. She slumps, the infant still attached. Cut to exterior alley continuous. Up close, the dumpster is a mosaic of collapse. A corpse in a delivery uniform, Zoom food logo lies atop the pile of final order slips still in hand. 2 eggs, $150. Beneath him, a banker's briefcase spills counterfeit cash and Xanax. His corpse now slumps in the front row, a bullet hole in his temple glistening under the flickering lights. Jake drones on, oblivious or indifferent, as soldiers patrol the room. A young mother rocks a sleeping baby in the back. The dumpster outside groans under the weight of bodies. Jake monotone scrolling his phone. Dominican people, right? Ever met a Dominican? They're squints loud like, ever been to a Dominican birthday? Fake laughs. You need earplugs in the food. Pauses, waiting for a chuckle, gets a gun cocking. A soldier strolls to the young mother, presses his rifle to her shoulder. Jake plows ahead. And their music, merengue, bachata, all that, waves hand away, limply. Hip-moving stuff. The soldier fires. The mother's arm explodes. The baby wails. She collapses. Jake yawns. Jake louder over the screams. Dominicans love baseball. Ever seen a Dominican shortstop? Snorts. Dudes are aggressive. Soldier fires again. The mother goes still. The baby's cries sync with Jake's punchlines. Jake reading off his palm. Oh, and their accents. Ay Dios mío. Butchers a Dominican inflection. Cono mi gente. A soldier drags the mother's corpse towards the dumpster. The baby tumbles to the floor, wailing. Jake watches, shrugs, then points to the teen girl. Jake, you Dominican? Teen girl flat. I'm from Croydon. Nodding. Same vibe. Soldier returns, picks up the baby by the ankle and drops it into the dumpster. A thud. Jake taps the mic. Anyway, Dominicans and their coffee. Strong enough to wake the dead. Gestures vaguely at the dumpster. Too soon. Postal worker chokes on a bean. A soldier shoots him in the gut for a noise violation. Jake checks his watch. Jake wrapping up. Dominican flag's got a Bible on it, right? Pulls out a crumpled flag from his pocket. Soldier kicks open the dumpster lid. Inside, the baby lies atop the pile, silent now. Flies swarm its face. Jake to the last audience member, a deaf man lip reading. In conclusion, Dominicans, thumbs up. Solid 6 out of 10. The soldier shoots the deaf man. Jake nods, steps off stage, trips over the baby's discarded sock. The dumpster outside is now a landfill of bodies. Rent's a joke, right? 3 years ago, $700 a month. Now, $5,000. Shrugs. Doesn't matter. Soldier shoots the teenage boy for checking his phone. The body slumps. Jake watches it drag towards the dumpster, where a stray dog licks congealed blood off a Netflix subscription receipt. $300 a month. Jake plowing on. But you know what's wild? Everyone's a conspiracy theorist now. Like my landlord says, market rates made rent $5,000 leads, and you believe market rates? Sounds like a cult. Soldier lobs a grenade into the dumpster for fun. The explosion showers the alley with limbs. $5,000 a month. Could buy a kidney for that. The last audience member, a man in a Trust the Science hoodie, raises a hand. Man horse, why doesn't it matter? The rent. Jake stares. The soldier shoots the man. His hoodie catches fire from the muzzle flash. Jake watches it burn. He steps off stage. Camera lingers on the dumpster now smoldering. My mate Dave reckons the world's run by billionaires. Starts conspiracy theorists, right? BBC did a fact check. Turns out it's just philanthropic public-private partnerships. A severed hand slaps the stage. Jake back to billionaires. Dave says they want to control the politicians. I said, Dave, that's mental. Politicians are elected. Laughing through the meat grinder, a crumbling basement. Behind them, a window cracks as UFO vaporizes a bus stop. No one notices. Jake, awkward chuckle. Men and women, right? They're like different. Like, men and women, right? Men are like Wi-Fi. Men are like, they're like different. A green beam slices through the ceiling, vaporizing a hipster in the front row. His avocado toast clatters. The audience laughs. Jake, air quotes. Instagram versus reality. Filters are really weird. An alien yanks a woman out of her seat, drags her screaming into a vent. Jake, grinding teeth. Ever notice airplane food? Chicken or pasta? The UFO blasts the club's roof open. A patron gets sucked into the sky. Jake yelling over chaos. In-laws, am I right? My mother-in-law is a Capricorn. An alien scans the crowd, zaps a teen, glued to TikTok. Jake pulling on the traffic. M25 is the parking lot. You ever commute? Two aliens abduct the bartender. Jake checks his notes. Jake robotically. Airport security. Take off your shoes. Alien warships disintegrate the city behind them. No one cares. Jake. Men are hot dogs and women are ketchup because neon green laser beam slices through the zoomer skull. His head explodes like a Gallagher of watermelon, splattering brains, bone shards, and iPhone glass across the front row. The dad wipes frontal lobe chunks off his face, licks his lips absently. Jake plows on. Jake reading African astrology. So, Scorpios, they're passionate. An alien oozing mucus teleports behind Granny and impales her with a proboscis. Her intestines slither out, coil around her knitting needles. The dad yawns, texts his wife home late. Jake louder, sweating. Airplane food. Ever notice it's like bad? A death ray vaporizes the dad's torso. His legs remain upright. Smoking stumps dripping onto the stool. His phone survives buzzing you up. Jake, fake confident. In-laws, am I right? My mother-in-law is nosy. Once an alien fires a plasma cannon, liquefying 3 audience members in a screaming pink slurry. UFO death ray carves the ceiling open. No one cares. Jake, staring QRs. Men and women, they're like different, right? Men are different from women. A neon green laser splatters the teen. Her phone survives, still filming her disembodied eyelashes. Blood mists from the dad's Zillow feed. He wipes his screen on his shirt, mutters, 3 beds, 2 baths. Jake pulling on. Like men don't ask for directions, women do or don't. Wait, an alien pus oozing holding a Starbucks cup teleports behind Jake. It threads a tentacle through the dad's eyeballs and splits his head like a pistachio. Brain chunks land in Granny's lap. She keeps knitting. Jake, noticing the alien. Men love cars. Women love shoes. Jake, look, women's shoes have heels. Men's shoes, flat. Point is, men are from sports. Women are from shopping. The alien rips Jake's lower jaw off. Blood geysers. Jake gargling, see different. Alien loses interest. A horsefly kamikazes into his left nostril. Jake sneezes, blasting bug legs onto the front row. A pensioner licks one off her ale, unbothered. The guillotine of banality. Interior comedy club, wooden chairs are arranged in crooked rows. Jake, cardigan, 1,000-yard stare, stands under a flickering bulb, clutching a mic. Guards in crisp uniform methodically operates a guillotine. The glade blends the audience. 8 pensioners stare ahead, and a teen and some other person stare ahead. A man eating crisps from a $200 bag stare ahead. A blood gutter runs beneath their feet. Jake, philosophical. Ever notice how some things are different from other things? A guard beckons the first audience member. A woman in a floral dress. She stands, walks methodically to the guillotine. Like a chair and not a chair. Where's the line? The blade drops. A wet thud. The woman's body slumps into the gutter. Her head rolls off stage. Pensioners nod politely. Jake squinting. Or time? Why is it forward? Could be sideways. Guard signals a teen boy. He trudges to the guillotine, texting. The blade drops. His phone clatters into the gutter. Jake leaning in. Words. We all agree tree means points at nothing. That. But what if the crisp eater is summoned? He stuffs his mouth hurriedly before kneeling. The blade drops. Crisps scatter. Jake steps over them. The guard drags this crisp eater's body away. The pensioner raises her hand. Pensioner shouting, "What about numbers?" Jake staring at her. "Numbers are shapes. We forgot we're shapes." The guard beckons her. She shuffles to the guillotine. The blade drops. Jake yawns. Cut to exterior back alley continuous. Growing pile of heads. A stray dog licks one. Inside, Jake's muffled voice drones. Ever count the holes in a cracker? Why not the spaces between holes? Cut back to Jake, now cross-legged on stage. Reality's a collective shrug. The guard motions to the teen with headphones. She doesn't notice. The guard yanks them off. Reveals earbuds beneath. She's led to the guillotine. The blade drops. Jake rubbing his temples. Memories just agreeing with yourself. One pensioner left, he's asleep. The guard shakes him awake, guides him to the blade. Jake, that's a thing. Unlike other things, the blade drops. The pensioner's head lands upright, eyes still closed. Jake nods. Jake standing, mic drop. Anyway, that's time. The guard beckons Jake. He hesitates, then follows, still muttering. Jake, why do we applaud? Clapping's just air.